It's no secret that NovelKeys has been able to produce and manufacture boards that cater to both the beginner builders and enthusiast architects. Many of their boards that they release tend to come with two different options, an entry edition and an aluminum edition, that costs a little bit more but is backed up by a well-crafted aluminum chassis and usually different case colors. For this commission build, we're going to be building the NK87 aluminum edition in the universal beige colorway, a very encompassing name for a color palette of this board. This is one of the 3 new novel coat coatings, which is a bit more texture to the touch and feel to the board itself. So not only is it heavier, but also feels quite different than most other boards. The other 2 colors are Solar Yellow, Cosmic Purple, and of course, Universal Beige, just like the one on screen. NovelKeys is also very notorious for providing extremely detailed packaging that consists of everything you need to assemble and even mod the keyboard to fit to your liking. A quick breakdown of the parts are on screen, and of course, many of which are NovelKey branded, which I personally do like. I like that added flair and that kind of nice branding on it. Seems pretty cool. The board itself is quite heavy right out of the box, and its chassis is razor sharp. Not the company. But okay, I found no defects on this unit, but overall, the quality is top notch for this price point. The board is top mounted, which means the PCB and plate are housed and attached onto the top portion of the case. So obviously the case can be separated in 2, by which we are unscrewing 6 Torx screws on the top boss of the board so that we can separate the 2 top and bottom mounts. As well, just make sure that you also have a Torx screw or Torx drill bit, because you'll be using that for honestly the entirety of the build. There's 6 Torx screws that connect the top and bottom, and there's an additional 12 that connect the plate and PCB onto the top housing. One thing that I failed to notice right off the bat was that there are short silicone dampeners that are fastened on the top portion of the case in order to isolate a lot of that sound and the typing feel. This board does come with some silicone sheets for the case and the plate, so see how you will whenever you try to mod it in other ways. I tried to do the tape mod in PE foam, and honestly it just made the screws a little bit too tight and didn't really feel that great. So I kind of left the silicone plate foam in, and also the case silicone foam at the very bottom. The stock stabs weren't the greatest in my opinion. I did a sound test with them and without them. I switched them out for the also famous DUROCK V2 stabs, and they sounded a lot better. One thing to take note before we dive into more of this build is that the layout is a TKL, but the board is going to be locked into that Sangam bottom row, which consists of a 7U spacebar, so whatever keycaps you do buy, make sure that it can accommodate for it. As you can tell by just the plate itself, the spacebar portion is quite long. Today we're going to be using Invyr's Holy Pandas from Drop. These are very notorious for being the tactile switch that kind of brought attention to the hobby and to the tactile gang, which I am a part of, I'm a proud member of. These were actually lubed with a Krytox mix of 205 G0 and 105 G0, just for a more lighter lube. It didn't have any like tribosis or anything. So the spring was also lubed with 105. The keycap set that we're also going to be using does come from Drop as well. These are their in-stock option. It's the GMK Godspeed in the Columbia kit version. I absolutely love this color combo that this person and I came with, my client, and the contrast goes crazy. The personality and the contrast is just amazing. So hope you guys like the sound test. Here we go. So that's pretty much stock stabilizers, stock switches. It didn't sound terrible. I definitely didn't like how hollow it sounded at first. Of course, with it being dampened a lot, my first instinct was to try and lube all the switches, see if that helped. And this is the sound test with them lubed. So you can definitely tell I was really hesitant to click the spacebar all the way through because it was so hollow. So let's fix that. That's much better. So a ton of improvement that was made just from the stabilizers alone. So hopefully you guys like this build. Comment down below what was your favorite part, or if you're even thinking about getting this board. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.